Welcome to your stretch circuit. 10 exercises, 60 seconds of each exercise. Let's get started. Taking the right arm out to the front of the body, gently apply pressure on the elbow to deepen the stretch to the front and the back of the shoulder. Apply a small amount of pressure for a few counts and then relax. When we reach the 30-second mark, let's go ahead and switch sides. Reach out across the front of the body, gently apply pressure on the elbow, stretching out the front and the back of the shoulder. Throughout your stretch and rebound circuit, don't forget to breathe and try to relax and enjoy the stretching. Find that good point of stretch, improving flexibility and mobility. Take the right arm up and overhead, bending at the elbow, with the other hand gently applying pressure to the elbow. This is giving you a deep but really good tricep stretch. Again, apply pressure for a short amount of time, relax, and then go back into the stretch with the same amount of gentle pressure. Let's switch arms, reach up overhead, bend at the elbow and apply pressure gently with the other hand to draw the hand down between the shoulder blades. You'll feel a deep stretch in the triceps, the back of the arm. Find that good point of stretch side to side. And don't forget to breathe. With an extended arm, let's just reach up and over, stretching and lengthening the side of the body, the muscles between the ribs, giving us some length and breathing ability, stretching up and over, always resetting as we go along. Reach down with the opposite hand, up and over, and breathe. Let's switch sides. Reach up first, back down, reset, overhead, reach up. Make sure that arm is in line with the ear, stretching out the intercostal muscles, the muscles in between the ribs, lengthening the side of the body, the outside of the hip, the lats, the ribs, the muscles that surround the trunk or the waist. From here, we're going to take a seat. Gently apply pressure with the right hand onto the left ear, up and over the top of the head. This is a very gentle stretch. We're lengthening the neck, the traps, the tops of the shoulders. Always make sure this is gentle pressure. And don't forget to breathe. Slowly come out of that stretch. Let's switch sides, applying a very gentle amount of pressure onto the opposite ear, drawing the other ear down to the shoulder, lengthening the neck, feeling some good stretch in the traps, the tops of the shoulders, maybe the upper back. And don't forget to keep the mouth relaxed and breathe. This is going to relieve tension in the neck and upper shoulders. Come to a kneeling position, 90 degrees at the front, 90 degrees at the back. Let's gently apply some pressure into the hip flexor and stretch out the muscles of the hip flexor, the front of the quad, always maintaining eyesight of the toes. You don't want to lose sight of the toes. That means the knee has come too far forward. Gently apply that pressure and release. At 30 seconds, let's switch and stretch into the other hip flexors. This is going to give you length in the hips, some space, some flexibility. At At the 30-second mark from each side, slowly come to standing. Very gently, make sure you have something to hold on to. With wide feet, we're going to side lunge to stretch and lengthen the hips, upper and inner thighs. Again, don't lose sight of the toes. Always make sure the knee is in line with the ankle and really sit down into that hip and allow that inner thigh to stretch out. If you need balance, always feel free to hold on to some furniture or something that's round to give you some stability. At 30 seconds, let's switch and stretch out the other side. Always making sure you breathe. When we reach the 60-second mark, we're going to slowly come up from here. We're going to find ourselves on the yoga mat on all fours, tucking the toes under, applying pressure to the feet, through the hands into a down dog position. We're going to begin gently pedaling out the calves, the Achilles tendon. Slowly come down onto all fours. Take a second to then re-situate yourself in a down dog position, pressing the heels down to the yoga mat. If you feel you need a little bit more pressure, feel free to take a step in towards the hands, pressing through the heels of the hands, driving the heels down into the mat to stretch out hamstrings, calves, and the feet. Don't forget to breathe, reset. We're here for 60 seconds, so really find that good point of stretch where you can really feel the length in the back of the legs. Take this nice and slow. Come to a kneeling position. We're going to lengthen one leg out in front while sat on the other foot. This is a deep hamstring stretch. It's going to lengthen and give us some flexibility in the hamstrings. Once we flex the toe, we gently apply a tiny bit of pressure to really get a deeper stretch. If you need to use a yoga strap or a belt in order to reach your toes, feel free. If not, like I am, just apply some pressure to the thighs, really to get a good deep stretch into the hamstrings or the back of the upper thigh. Flexing the toe, gently apply some pressure to draw the toes towards your knee. Again, you can just rest just above the knee. Just maintain that good flex on the toes. After 60 seconds, we're going to put our big toes together, knees wide, walking our hands forward, forehead to the mat, taking a good few deep breaths into a child's pose. This is a moment for us to just relax our shoulders, give us a bit of flexibility and comfort in the upper body, walking our fingertips forward, stretching out the shoulders. Let's take one hand out to the left. Put the right hand on top of that hand and stretch out the right side of your body. When you're ready, walk the right hand to the right, put the left hand on top and stretch out the left side of the body. Back to center, child's pose, relax. Take a few good deep breaths. Try to relax your forehead down to the mat. Slowly come out of child's pose. We're going to come into a position that's known as rebound. Rebound is our moment to slow down, to train and tame our mind from bouncing around. It's very important after every session to take a moment to rebound. But weekly, you must take an opportunity to really take in everything that you've done during the week, during your workouts, thinking about what you've achieved, and also for your goals for your week ahead. Always take time for some quiet. Come to a seated position when you're ready. Take a moment to appreciate the work that you've put in. If you feel you need more, go ahead and repeat the session.